True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
What's up, True Blue Nation? Welcome to your home for everything Dodgers, the True Blue Nation Dodgers Report. I'm your analyst, and today I'm bringing you a piece of news that had our hearts stopping, straight from the heated showdown against the Giants. But before we dive deep into this exclusive analysis, I need to ask for that usual support. If you're a true Dodgers fan and want to stay ahead of the news with analysis that goes beyond the box score, click that subscribe button now and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss a thing and you'll strengthen our community, the Blue Crew. Your subscription is crucial for me to keep bringing this detailed content directly to you. Baseball has a unique way of gripping you. One moment, you're watching a regular season game on an ordinary September night, and everything seems to be following the script. A classic rivalry, Dodgers versus Giants, passionate crowds, intense plays. The next moment, a single play changes the entire atmosphere, and an entire stadium seems to hold its breath for a few seconds. That's exactly what happened when Max Muncy, our veteran and reliable third baseman, was hit by a pitch on his left wrist. It wasn't just any hit by pitch. The impact, coming from the hands of pitcher Logan Webb, left everyone in the stadium with that uncomfortable feeling of deja vu. After all, if there's one word that defines Muncy's 2025 season, that word is injury. Before talking about the scare in San Francisco, it's crucial to rewind a bit and understand the weight Max carries on this roster. Since arriving with the Dodgers in 2018, almost written off after mediocre stints with the Oakland Athletics, he has become a cornerstone. His story is the personification of a second chance, a testament to the Dodgers development system. Since then, he's won 2 World Series titles in 2020 and 2024, racked up All-Star selections, and even received MVP votes during his peak years. Not bad for someone who, at one point, seemed destined to be just another depth piece on the roster. Muncy reinvented himself, learned to maximize his strengths, especially his remarkable strike zone awareness, and turned that ability into a weapon that constantly unnerves opposing pitchers. It's not just about power, although he certainly has that with the bat too. What sets him apart is the patience, the composure, and the ability to turn an unfavorable count into an advantage. He's the type of player who frustrates opponents and forces them to abandon their game plan. In 2025, these qualities have been fundamental. The 35-year-old veteran is hitting .252, but what really stands out is his .383 OBP on-base percentage and .862 OPS, with 17 home runs and 64 RBIs in 91 games. Numbers that, to some, might seem like just solid stats, but for those who follow closely, they reveal consistency. They show that even after all these years, Muncy still knows how to stay relevant on one of the most competitive teams in Major League Baseball. The problem, and here lies the core of our concern, is that for the Dodgers, numbers mean little if the player isn't on the field, and that has been manager Dave Roberts' biggest headache in 2025. Muncy's season has been marked more by absences than appearances. The impact on the lineup is immense. A strained right oblique sidelined him for weeks. His left knee, dealing with a bone bruise, required another break. And now, just when it seemed he was finally finding his rhythm again, came the wrist scare against the Giants. For many fans, the immediate feeling was that his season could be in jeopardy. After all, it would have been his 3rd trip to the injured list in the same year. And a Dodgers team without Muncy is a less dangerous Dodgers team. The relief was palpable when Dave Roberts confirmed after the game that the x-rays came back negative. No fracture, no surgery, no prolonged absence. By all indications, Muncy will be back as soon as possible, perhaps even the next day. But the larger question remains, can his durability be trusted down the stretch in September and, more importantly, in October? This is where the discussion broadens and becomes strategic. The Dodgers, as always, are hunting for the National League West Division crown. But unlike other years when they dominated the division comfortably, 2025 has been a different story. The San Diego Padres, our main rival, are dangerously close, just 2 games back in the standings. The margin for error is razor thin. And in moments like these, the presence of tested veterans like Muncy can be the difference between securing home field advantage in the playoffs or having to face a series on the road against equally powerful opponents. For those who think this is a minor detail, history proves otherwise. Teams that enter October healthy and whole tend to have a much better chance of going deep. Injuries, especially recurring ones, kill rhythm, hurt confidence, and can even destabilize clubhouse chemistry. It's impossible not to compare Muncy's importance to that of other veterans who carry experience as their greatest asset. His style is reminiscent of Joey Votto's in certain aspects, especially his vision at the plate and his knack for drawing walks in critical moments. At the same time, there's a touch of Josh Donaldson in his occasional power, that ability to turn a game with a single swing. It's no coincidence that year after year, the front office, led by Andrew Friedman, insists on keeping him in the lineup. It's not just a matter of stats, it's a matter of identity. Muncy represents a balance between patience and aggressiveness, between discipline and explosiveness. The problem, once again, is health. Dave Roberts knows this better than anyone. With a healthy Muncy, he can afford to build a deeper lineup, with Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts getting protection and consequently more opportunities to drive in runs. Without Muncy, the puzzle changes completely. Miguel Rojas, for example, can take over at third base, but he offers far less at the plate. Chris Taylor, another option, has also been dealing with his own physical issues. The lineup becomes unstable. The offense loses depth, and the pressure on the main stars, Betts and Freeman, becomes almost unbearable. Opposing pitchers can work around them with more freedom, knowing that the next threat doesn't possess the same caliber of patience and power. And when we think about October, that pressure only intensifies. Picture the scenario: Dodgers and Padres facing off in the final week of the regular season. The division is on the line, bases loaded, 8th inning, tie game. Who do you want at the plate? The natural answer might be Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman. But it's in exactly this type of situation that Max Muncy proves his value. He might draw a strategic walk, force the opposing pitcher into a mistake, or simply launch the ball out of the park and settle the score. That's the unseen impact that often doesn't show up in the stats, but defines games and entire series. The concern, of course, isn't just among us fans. The Dodgers front office knows it has to think about the future. Muncy is at a stage in his career where each year could be his last at a high level. It's natural for doubts to arise about his durability and even the possibility of a shorter contract extension, betting on his experience while acknowledging his physical limitations. That decision, however, won't come before October. Until then, everything depends on how much he can stay on the field. And that's the drama that makes the 2025 season so fascinating. Baseball, more than any other sport, is a long narrative, built game by game, series by series, month by month. Max Muncy's journey, with its ups and downs, injuries and comebacks, perfectly embodies this narrative. He is at the same time an unlikely hero and a seasoned veteran. A player who has already proven his worth in October, who can forget his epic walk-off home run in the 18-inning game of the 2018 World Series, but who now has to convince everyone that he can still deliver when it matters most. In the end, the question is simple. Can the Dodgers win another World Series without Max Muncy at full strength? Maybe. They still have stars, depth, and plenty of talent, but it would be infinitely more difficult. With him, the lineup gains a new dimension, and the team transforms into an offensive juggernaut capable of running over any opposing rotation. Without him, everything feels much more uncertain. And in October, as we all know, uncertainty is often fatal. The news that Muncy's wrist is not fractured is the best we could have hoped for, but it doesn't erase the warning sign. The frequency of his injuries in 2025 is a giant red flag for the Dodgers' title aspirations. His presence in the lineup isn't a luxury. It's a strategic necessity to balance the offense and protect our biggest stars. The team's reliance on his health is, at this moment, both a strength and our greatest vulnerability. Now, I want to hear from you, Blue Crew. Do you believe Max Muncy still has enough in the tank to be decisive once more in October, or do you think the injuries have finally started to take their toll for good? The Dodgers' immediate future may very well depend on the answer to that question. Leave your opinions in the comments below. And as always, to ensure you don't miss any updates and continue to receive in-depth analysis like this, subscribe to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, and join our community. The road to October is getting tighter, and we'll be here covering every step of the way.